The marketing men have granted this Aviva Premiership semi-final afternoon Super Saturday status, but it may just turn out to be better than that. The four best teams in the land, with mountains of juicy grudge match history between the pairings, and just two left standing at the end of the day. But which two? From Northampton, Saracens, Bath and Leicester.
Just about puts the cherry on top of the cake.
Saints on course for a home semi-final. This is a Leicester side heading towards the playoffs. They're into the end of season jamboree for the first time in a long time.
Well, there's no doubt those four teams have earned the right to be here on this penultimate day of the Aviva Premiership season, where the semi-finals are stacked up back-to-back. David Flatman has completed his pre-match warm-up, which strangely involved a kettlebell and a cream cheese bagel. He's ready to go. And David, the history books would have us believe that the two home sides, Northampton and Bath, will progress to Twickenham next weekend. What evidence have you found to suggest that these fixtures may buck that historical trend?
Well, you look at the stats in the last 21 Premiership semi-finals that have been played, only 4 times has the away team got the result. But this weekend, this round just feels different to me. I think Northampton have got a massive job on their hands holding Sarries. Lost 2 big finals a year ago. You know, they'll be burning to win trophies. They won't care about revenge against Saints. They'd just be burning to win trophies, and Saints are going to have to be absolutely on top form if they're going to hold Sarries. And down here at the Rec, beautiful day, firm track, people are backing Bath. I think they're rightly favourites, but anyone who writes off Tigers, they keep saying people have written them off. I'm not sure anyone ever did. We certainly didn't. They're a dangerous beast.
And how small are the margins, do you think, between these top 4 sides?
Just tiny, just tiny. It's about 1 goal kicker missing 1. It's about 1 prop slipping a bind. I should know, it happened to me a couple of years ago. Put Bath out. It's tiny, tiny margins. Everything's got to go right.
Well, the way the cards have fallen and stacked up on this semi-final Saturday, I think we're in for an epic afternoon of knockout rugby. And part 1 of this 2-part thriller was at Franklin's Gardens, with the defending champions Northampton up against Saracens. Your commentary team with Ben Kay, Ugo Monya and Alistair Eakin.
RC Tuala starts at fullback over James Wilson, and Luca Burrell will relish his matchup with Brad Barrett. Up front, all the muscle men return after resting against the Tigers. Alex Corbisiero has come in for a little bit of stick, as has the skipper Hartley, about recent form. There's no better time or place to prove their class than a Premiership semi-final at the Gardens. Jamie George starts. Sculpt Brits, one of those who's had to withdraw late from the bench through illness. Maro Itoje fielded at blindside, fresh from his first senior England call-up, and having watched Charlie Hodgson steer the ship for most of the season, Owen Farrell is back at the tiller. Chris Ashton hasn't been well this week. He's benched, and Chris Wiles is starting. Tuala still being treated, and Wigglesworth managing the Saracens' exit. A little bit of confusion in the ranks there from Saints, but it is taken by Elliott. Bit of a mix-up there with Ken Pesey. And there will be some nerves jangling around this afternoon in Northampton. So much on the line here. It took 100 minutes, of course, to separate these two in last year's final. Here's Itoje, the man of the moment. So much has been spoken of him in recent weeks. A first call up to senior England duty, of course. Good line speed from Northampton, forcing the ball out on the bounce to Strettle.
There's a lot of space in that backfield there, with Tuala actually going down.
Fabulous chase from Taylor. It's been gathered, and Strettle will score. Saints stunned.
I'm not going to check that.
We're going to see a little bit of checking going on here.
Northampton flew out of the line. We're just checking whether they're onside. There's nothing wrong with that for me.
Yeah. Onside.
So try, yeah?
Yes.
So we're going to need to... No, we're not going to need to do anything. It's Strattle's try. So the conversion is a difficult one. RC Tuala will play no further part by the looks of things. He's heading off, and James Wilson is coming on. And that is outstanding from Owen Farrell. So another bite at the cherry. Alan Clark this time.
Well, they've lost 3 players at the front, 4 players at the front. Saracens are in real trouble now. Northampton can't quite get set up. Jamie George doing a really good job. Now the heat comes on.
Even Jamie Elliott's in there lending his weight to proceedings, and some of the rest of the back division are piling in as well. All power.
Penalty coming.
Penalty on its way.
Possibly a yellow card.
It's going to be a yellow.